It's Kwam 3, the sequel nobody asked for. It seems Nigeria has officially entered the Kwam cinematic universe. The latest entry, Kwam 3, stars an unidentified man dramatically bundled off the newly launched Enugu Air. If you no go use your sense, they will help you use am. Unlike Kwam 1, where Fuji legend King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal staged a one-man protest by blocking a value jet plane after they removed him for sneaking in alcohol. Yes, that is what he was ready to die for. Enugu Air personnel weren't having any of that superstar entitlement. This time, 7 FT bouncers disguised as airport staff dragged the man off the tarmac like a bag of cement before granting him a little customer feedback section as captured in this video you are looking. Now, they took him out, dragged him off the tarmac, and then started to have a conversation with him. Now, for context, let me just walk you through what has been happening. The Kwam series has been unfolding like bad Nollywood sequel. Kwam 1, August 15, 2025. Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, aka King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal himself, tried to remix airport safety into a Fuji concert by blocking a value jet aircraft, because nothing screams legendary like shouting at jet engine while tipsy. I won't take no say the jet engine they do zzz when he said down the eyes inside his brain. Kwam 2, August 10, just 5 days after that of Kwam 1, Comfort Emerson had her Ibom Air moments. Unfortunately, our episode didn't end with Fuji dancing, but a one-way ticket to Kirikiri prison. If your papa no get money, you think say you go fit come do wetin they do, then they'll come put you for television and then still come dey beg you as a beg Kwam 1? Never. Courtesy of the Nigerian lightning fast yet questionably thorough justice system, whereby there is one justice system for the poor and another for the rich. And now, all of a sudden, Kwam 3, September 1st, 2025, Enugu Air mystery man gets his own episode. This time, it's pure action thriller. At this pace, we are averaging 2 Kwams per month, yes, so we should be expecting another one in this September. And we are only 1 day into September. Should we start a countdown for Kwam 4? Neither Enugu Air nor NCAA has released the statement yet, but let's be honest, nothing they say will be funnier rather than the fact that Kwam 1 thought airport rules didn't apply to Fuji superstars. Now, let's look at this Reno Omokri, the man who will take every opportunity to ridicule, mock, attack Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not the president, yet this guy is just there fooling himself, who wants to be remembered for how stupid he was on the social media space by his children and great-grandchildren. This man that flip-flops more than the fish in the sea, a political mercenary according to El Rufai. Let's look at what he has to say and then let's review his hypocrisy. So this clown who calls himself Reno Omokri, just a few hours after it happened, this political mercenary who is hoping that one day this Tinubu's confused government will give him an ambassadorial position, has been going all out, just the same way he attacked Tinubu and Buhari to be attacking Peter Obi. But the difference now is that Peter Obi is not in the ruling party, Peter Obi is not in power. This is what he says. He said when it happened on value jets owned by a man from Ogun, Peter Obi spoke with automatic alacrity. When the incident took place in Ibom Air, owned by the Akwa Ibom state government, Peter Obi spoke immediately. Now that it has occurred in Enugu Air, our view heard is quick from Peter Obi. This is in line with Obi's tribalistic character. That is Peter Obi's regular trademark. If he touches any interest in Igbo land, Obi will suddenly become deaf, dumb, and blind. But if it affects people or businesses outside the southeast, Peter Obi will publicly dance naked. Peter Obi treats people of Igbo descent differently from how he treats other Nigerians, and such a person should never be the president of Nigeria. This is coming from a man who has never in his life held or contested a position where people would have to come and vote for him to test his popularity. This man does not know that he's very, very unpopular when it comes to the Nigerian politics, and that the only reason Tinubu is tolerating him is that because Tinubu is just desperate to become the president the second time, and so as a result of that, for Tinubu anything goes. That is why Wike the drunk can even be a prominent person in Tinubu's government, even though he is not in Tinubu's party. But now let's look at the hypocrisy of this man. He said that, number one, if it is anything that is not from the Igbo side that Peter Obi would begin to criticize, there is nothing that Peter Obi does not criticize, whether it is from the east, south, west, north, and any place you want to think of. Peter Obi goes all out to criticize. Now, this thing happened just barely 3 hours ago, and they expect Peter Obi to have issued the statement within 3 hours, as if Peter Obi is as jobless as he, Reno Omokri, who sits on the computer to just be pressing button all the time. Because according to him, some time ago, he was employed by Maurice Bruce and he was paid $20,000 per month. So people are paying him to be doing all these things, so he can sit his ass down and then be doing all these things. But Peter Obi is busy building a coalition to unseat this government that has brought nothing but misery and pain to the average Nigerian. And then he said that also that Peter Obi treats the Igbo descent differently, and this is how he treats Nigerians. This is also very, very wrong, because we all know that this guy speaks from his anus. Because if you're going to pay this man, Reno Omokri, he's going to do anything for you. Peter Obi's regular trademark: if he touches the interest of the Igbo, he will suddenly become deaf, dumb, and blind. And in this case, who is deaf and dumb and blind? It is Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri, who had nothing to say concerning the state of emergency that was imposed, by Tinubu. And in this case now, do you say an illegitimate government is imposing an illegitimate, administrator on a state where people duly elected the governor, Fubara? And now Fubara has now turned into Winston Smith in 1984. He has not turned into a vegetable. And can you imagine that Wike is the king of all deceivers, the man who never says and does, is now the one announcing the date that these people will be returned. So Reno Omokri is a disgrace to Nigerian politics. Reno Omokri is a disgrace to fatherhood and to wherever he is from, because he's from South. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I remain your boy Ernest Omosokwe Adeboye Okoje, and I'll continue to give my unfiltered truth to social political discourse in Nigeria. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Signing out. Peace.